Hi guys, it's Matthew here. Welcome back to another video on my channel today. Today in this episode, guys, I haven't seen anybody do, please ignore that little light that's shining in there as a matter of fact. So today in this video, guys, I thought it might be a good idea for me to share my top 5 movies that scared me as a kid, and I really did think that this was a good idea to do because I haven't seen anybody do this kind of video before, as a matter of fact. I'm really excited to share this list with you guys. But be sure to share your picks down below in the comment section and let me know what movies scared you as a kid, as a matter of fact. And if you guys are new to the channel, I do more than just movies and physical media related content. I also do Lego related stuff, and I play video games. I do all sorts of stuff like that here on the channel. So if you guys like to watch anything like that on YouTube, be sure to go check out my channel because there will definitely be something in there for you to enjoy. And those of you guys that are not new to the channel, if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure you go subscribe right after this video, guys. Without further ado, guys, enjoy the video. Let's get started, as a matter of fact. So, coming in at number 5 for me is going to be Monsters vs. Aliens. So now this movie in particular is actually my favorite animated movie of all time. And it scared me as a kid. Like, I loved this movie when I was like 3, and then for the longest time I refused to watch it again because the caterpillar guy, Insectosaurus, scared me. And then I did not watch this movie again until I was much older, if you were to ask me, as a matter of fact. It's kind of, I have a weird history with this movie, but still, my reasoning for liking this movie is because of Reese Witherspoon, Will Arnett, Seth Rogen, and Hugh Laurie. I know I don't care for Hugh Laurie that much, but yeah, he does the voice of Derek, and Paul Rudd's also in here. He does the voice of Dr. Cockroach, as a matter of fact. So yeah, I am a huge fan of this movie because it is part of DreamWorks, and I feel like this is an underrated flick too. But yeah, I have a weird history on being scared of this movie because yeah, I still love it to date, as a matter of fact. Coming in number 4 is going to be Pinocchio. So now, this is an oddball because I have watched this movie several times. Has it ever been one of my favorite Disney movies? No. But I've never been a huge fan of Pinocchio. I have relatives that really like Pinocchio, but unfortunately, for me, I have never been a fan of Pinocchio that much. I mean, I watched the movie several times when I was a kid, and it was good, and I thought it was good, but it's kind of fallen flat for me as I've gotten older. But it did scare me as a kid, though, because of the donkey scene, and a lot of people hate that scene, and I am one of them. If that scene doesn't scare me anymore, but that scene doesn't scare me anymore, but does that mean I like it now? No, absolutely not. But yeah, that's why Pinocchio scared me as a kid, because this movie was really dark because of that scene. And I do get the jests of Pinocchio trying to be a good boy so he can become a real boy, but still. But still, this movie is weird, and that donkey scene was scary for most people when they first watched this movie, and probably when they watched it as a kid. And to be honest, when I stayed the night at my Nana's house and my Papa T's house, I couldn't even sleep in the spare bedroom because of that. And I still own Pinocchio in my collection, but even though it's not one I'll ever watch again, but the reason why I still own it is because it's part of the golden age era of Disney, as a matter of fact. And this is one of my absolute least favorite movies of Disney because it's just an odd movie for me, and just knowing my past with this movie, how scared I was of it, it doesn't work for it, and it's just dark. And then as I've gotten older, I wasn't scared of it at all, but as I've gotten older, it fell flat for me. But it's not a bad Disney movie by any means, but it's pretty forgettable, in my opinion. And yes, it's one of the top 10 worst Disney movies ever. If you were to ask me, I'm not so sure if it's number one. I would have to look at all the Disney movies that I particularly don't like, and then I will tell you if I think this is the worst Disney movie. But so yeah, I've just never been a fan of Pinocchio, period, that much. Coming in number 3, as a matter of fact, is going to be Ratatouille. So now, this is another movie that scared me as a child. Most of this movie did not scare me. The very beginning of this movie with the old lady in her kitchen, that part scared me as a kid. And the opening credits did, when you hear like all those spooky, strange noises with the old lady yelling and her screaming with the rat problems. Just talking about this scene actually gives me the goosebumps. If you were to ask me. And yeah, I have never I'm not scared of it anymore, but I still like this movie to date, but it's not one of my favorite Pixar movies though. But yeah, it's pretty it's still a good movie in my opinion, and I like it to date, but that opening scene scared me as a kid. Like, this is another one of those cases where I couldn't sleep at night because of this opening scene, as a matter of fact. But yeah, I've gotten over that now for quite a few years, and yeah, that is another particular case where it scared me as a child. I was only scared of like one scene in there. Coming in at number 2 now for me is going to be Monsters Inc. So now, just like Ratatouille, I'm not scared of this movie anymore, and I haven't been for years now. But the opening of this movie scared me as a kid. And yeah, the the suspenseful music is what scared me as a kid. And after the opening credits were done, the opening scene frightened me as a child with all the suspense and the monster creeping in. But good thing none of that actually happened. It was just a simulation. But still, that scared me as a kid. And I would wake up in the middle of the night thinking about that specific scene and having trouble going back to sleep. And yeah, the suspenseful music in there, that opening scene scared me as a kid. It doesn't scare me anymore. Like, this is another scene, just talking about it, it gives me goosebumps all over my body. And yeah, it's not a particular scene that I talked about, but yeah, I did watch this movie all the time when I was a kid as well, but that opening scene still got me and scared me, though, as a matter of fact. But so yeah, it's funny how all these movies that I just talked about so far are animated movies that scare me as a kid, and it's only one specific thing that scared me as a kid. And the reason why I'm pointing that out is because the number one movie on this list that scared me as a kid is not a kid's movie, an animated movie, and it's not even close to a family-friendly movie. And that is Cabin Fever, directed by Eli Roth. I have never seen this movie. If you guys, I've never seen this movie. I know what it is. I know what it's about. But I have never watched this movie. And the reason why I'm talking about it in this video is because when I watched the preview for this movie, it scared me more than any other movie that I have seen in my life. So now, what is Cabin Fever about? So, for those of you that don't know, this is a horror movie from 2002, directed by Eli Roth. And I had 5 horrible nightmares from watching this movie. And I saw the preview for this movie when I was like 13 or 14. It was sometime before COVID. But me and my mom actually read a description on this movie because I wasn't allowed to watch these kinds of movies at that age. But we read about it and we put on the trailer and we thought, oh, let's watch the trailer because it sounds like something questionable and maybe I'll allow you to watch it. And then we watched the trailer and the entire trailer was just full of blood. Like, for those of you guys that don't know what it is, let me give you a quick concept. And this quick concept is basically the whole movie. It's about these teenagers that take a trip to this cabin. There's a lake right next to the cabin. The lake has some kind of disease in it. They get in it. And then they all get cluttered up in the cabin, and then they get this cabin fever. And what does it do? It makes them lose their skin, and they start to bleed out to death. And it is horrendously disgusting. Like, I haven't even watched a full clip of this movie. I have not even tried to watch this movie. And I have watched the trailer a couple of times since I'm 19 now I'm ready to watch that movie, and I'm not, because just by watching the trailer, it gave me an anxiety attack, and I have not watched the trailer again. And so, and I've not watched the trailer again. And I've said, okay, no, I'm not going to watch this movie at all whatsoever, because it keeps scaring me. It gave me an anxiety attack, so I'm just going to ban it. Because I was extremely terrified of this movie just from the trailer. And I will never watch this movie again because it scared me and gave me 5 horrible nightmares just from the trailer. I know I said that a bunch of times already. But yeah, this movie scared me as a kid, and I would not recommend this this movie. I would not even recommend anybody watch this movie, because the critics don't even like this movie, and it just has like a little concept, and then it's just like they all die. That's it. I would not recommend anybody watch this movie. Like, if all you guys want is just carnage candy, I would recommend you watch this movie. But if you guys like a story, I would recommend you not watch this movie, because it scared me as a kid, and it doesn't even sound like a good movie anyhow, if you were to ask me, as a matter of fact. So yeah, and Cabin Fever is the #1 movie that scared me as a kid. So there you have it, guys. Those are my top 5 movies that scared me as a kid. Let me know down in the comment section what are your picks for the movies that scared you as a kid. But so yeah, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. As a matter of fact, guys, if you are new to the channel, I do more than just movies and physical media related content. I also do lake related stuff, and I play video games. I do all sorts of stuff like that here on the channel. So if you guys like to watch anything like that on YouTube, be sure to go check out my channel, because there will definitely be something in there for you to enjoy. And be sure to click like on this video, share this video with your friends, and hit that red subscribe button. But most importantly, make sure you press that notification bell so you don't miss anything in the future. And those of you guys that are not new to the channel, and if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure you go subscribe right after this video, guys. So without further ado, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. As a matter of fact, be sure you take care of yourselves, drink water, and stay safe. And I will see you all in the very next video. Bye.